Hey, hey, hey.
Look at this, we are live. And look who's joined us already is Jensen.
Hi, Jensen. How are you?
How
Hope you're well.
How are you doing, Jensen? How have you been? You alright? So, greetings. How is everybody? Hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. How was your weekend, Jensen? What did you get up to? Did you do anything for Father's Day? You spend it with your dad? You spend it with your granddad? Tell us what you got up to. If anybody, so of course, for anybody not in the UK, it was Father's Sunday this Sunday. So I went back to see my folks. Went to see it. That's hence the reason why we didn't have a live on Friday. Dwayne, hello.
Hi, Dwayne. Hope you're well.
How you doing, Dwayne? Not long till I finish school. I bet you're looking forward to it. What have you been up to, Dwayne? How have you been watching the Gatwick and Heathrow lives on YouTube? Now, I don't know if you guys can hear. If you can hear a whirring sound, let us know. It is the fan because it is hot.
It is very hot.
So I know you're probably thinking, well, why are you guys drinking tea? But apparently tea does cool you down inside. So anyway, that aside, I've got the fan on. So if it is annoying, do let us know. What have you guys been up to? Let us know. What did you do at the weekend?
I am just having dinner because I've literally walked in the door about 20 minutes ago. So Mark very kindly put some sausages on for me. So I'm having a toasted sausage sandwich.
Toasted sausage sandwich as the cornerstone of any nutritious dinner. Kath, how you doing? How you been?
Hey, Kath, hope you're well.
Jensen, can you please fix the sound? It's a bit low. Can you please put it higher?
We can't adjust it any higher.
Are you struggling to hear us? Where's the sound coming from? Is it coming from the...
It's coming from the camera.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you can't hear. Is anybody else struggling to hear us? Do let us know. We can speak up a bit. Liam, how you doing? Home Alone, Mum's on the cruise. How's your mum getting on?
Nice.
Have you heard from your mum since you've been back? So, sorry, if you guys are struggling to hear us, do let us know.
Maybe I'm about to test the sound.
Put a bit, yeah, you're saying it's a bit low. I don't know how we can do that. Pump up the volume.
Interesting. I'm gonna just check it.
Yeah, sorry guys. Not that we disbelieve. We want to see how bad it is.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see.
So I'll speak up a little bit. I'll get a bit closer as well so you can hear. Back tomorrow though. Walking to the gym right now. Oh, you're on the way to the gym.
Oh, nice.
Oh, me now. There's always somebody calls me on the line. Right. Suspected time. It's coming loud for us.
Yeah.
It's coming loud for us. So guys, sorry if it is a bit. If it isn't going well, you can probably hear us duplicate.
Yeah. It seems loud for us. I'm not sure how we can adjust it, to be quite honest. I can see that.
Oh no, everyone is saying the sound is low.
Oh. No, I muted it.
Sorry guys, we will speak up a little bit. Ailey, how are you?
Hi Ailey. Is that better if we talk a bit louder?
Where I hate Mark and Kelly, I'm back. Freon, hey, Freon, how you do? Listening as I claimed said, Kath had a barbecue today.
Nice.
We got Jensen. Oh, I can't believe what you're saying.
Sorry, I'm just trying
You're
to.
putting the thing. I can't read people's comments.
I know, but I need to check the sound.
Jensen said my YouTube channel is called Jensen Loves Trains and Trams.
Nice. You started a YouTube channel.
Well
That's
done.
Nice.
So, how was the barbecue, Kath? What did you guys get up to? Also, as well, what was I going to say? Hey, well, good to see you. Freon's dating Ellie.
Oh,
wow. You're on. Oh, fantastic. Oh,
Lovely.
That's amazing. Congratulations. Do you know what? I was going to ask you, actually, had there been any updates since we last saw you? Because the last we spoke, you were on the prom. So I'm really glad that you're there. So yeah, so Ellie said they're my favourite.
Thank you.
Well, I'm assuming you mean.
I mean, yeah, you could be meaning Freon for all we know, but thank you if you are meaning us, and I'm sure if you mean Freon, he really appreciates it.
And Freon is lovely. He's a very, very nice guy.
Very nice guy.
Very good choice. Where are we? Oh yeah, that's why she's here. Because and I'm starting his collage later. Oh, you guys doing the thing? In August. Okay. Oh no, in his college. That's what you meant. Yeah. Sorry, you're starting in his college later. So yeah, you'll be both at the same college. and they said love to each other.
Ailey, love you lots, honey bun. Aww.
Nice and big hug. So we are going to talk a bit louder just so you guys can hear us. I hope that's okay. Yeah, we're going to college together as a couple. Oh, that's so sweet.
Nice, very sweet.
Aren't you too sweet? That is so nice to hear. And also, as well, we got to meet you both on this channel.
Yes,
so
we did, yeah.
That is really, really nice. So, guys, what did you guys get up to this weekend? Do let us know. Kath had a barbecue this weekend. As I said, I went back to see my folks, which was really, really nice. That was lovely to go and see. So, yeah, what did you get up to? You were just doing editing.
So, I finally finished the editing of the video. That will be up tomorrow at 5:30, so I hope you enjoy it. I might not be around to chat with you all. I'll try my best, but I might not be around. But the premiere is tomorrow, so I hope you enjoy it. It's day 2.
There you go. So that's on MK Vegas. That's not on this channel, of course. And also as well, thank you for everybody that did watch that steakhouse. So you will have noticed it went down and I had to put it back up. So I did notice I've made a few little mistakes in there. Apologies. It's all fixed. It's rectified. So that's in there. So basically, we managed to get it fixed. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I was going to say it was really, really unique, that place. It was so good. So that's actually in Epic Universe. So that was when we went to the Epic Universe Park, which is the new park done by Universal. So that was really nice. And also as well, like I said, it was done on like a real real horror type thing. So that was really good. We did enjoy all the food there. How have you two been? We've been great, thank you. We have been really good, thank you. How have you been? How have things been? Any news on things? How are things like your mum? Is it party on or is it you missing your mum? It's nice actually. And you
I bet she's enjoying herself.
I hope she is.
Bet she's enjoying herself.
Ellie said she's going to hug Freon so bad. Where are we? So was it Mark, my brother-in-law, and Kelly, my sister-in-law, said Freon. Did you miss me though? Of course you miss. We always miss you, Freon.
We miss everyone.
How long do you guys go live? So Jensen does his lives on Wednesdays at 10 to 6. Oh, I didn't realize you did a live. Is this on your new channel? Is this on your new channel, Jensen? Yeah, we're live till 8. Eddie's going, really? Eddie, you don't have to stay on till 8. You can stay on as much as you like.
Exactly.
Yeah, 6:30 to 8. That's what we tend to do. So those are our live big chats there. That's what we tend to do. So we do that Tuesday and Friday from 6:30 till 8. Sometimes they go a bit later. If we try to go live at 6:30. It doesn't.
Yeah, we try to do an hour and a half. That's what we try to do.
Jensen said, why did two Fridays live on Mark and Kelly's trip tips and things? Why didn't we do one? Or why do we do it on a Friday? Was that thing?
So I had a commitment on
No, I was asking to clarify. Did you want to know why we didn't do one or why we did? Where are we going? Ailey said, I'll always stay with you guys. Oh, bless you. What have you been doing, Ailey, since because you're off now, aren't you, until college, September? So what have you and Freon, what have you guys been doing? And Jensen, let us know what you'll be doing. Everybody else, what you'll be doing. Those of you that are off for the summer, what have you got planned?
Also, I may have a commitment next Tuesday.
Oh, here we go.
So I'm just letting you know now that I've probably got a commitment on Tuesday.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, we'll clarify on Friday. Here we go. Listen, I don't have any friends, so I've just been playing PlayStation 5 in the evenings. That surprises me. You're a really nice guy. That must be through choice.
Liam, you go on so many backpacking holidays and stuff like that. What do you mean? You must. I just imagine you to be this bubbly person and having a real. Because, like, you lead quite an exciting life. You know, you do your running, you do your backpacking and stuff like that. You're forever uploading something on Insta. What do you mean?
Where are we going? Yeah. I was going to say, well, actually, maybe that's my choice. Not everybody wants to do. Sometimes friends can be a hassle, I've got to say. So
that is also true.
One of those things. But, he watched 28 days late. 28 years later. No, you watched 28 days later. Did you watch the new one, 28 years later? Or were you watching 28 days later to get in ready for the new film. Now, the new movie is 28 years later, which is coming out, and I do really want to watch that. So I do really want to see what that's like. But did you watch the days later, or did you watch the years later? Because there's 28 months later as well, isn't there? Which is the middle one. Right, Mark, test me and Ellie on our favourite couple things.
Oh.
All right, we will do that. I will catch up in a second. Jessica said, why is it gone? I looked and it's gone. No, we never did a Friday one, remember? We never did one on Friday. So
I had a commitment, so we didn't. We weren't on Friday.
That was why, Jensen. So we did do one on Friday, but we have got our other ones as well.
But Mark did upload a video on Friday.
Yeah, so I did do. Instead, I did do the pizza one, which is the Red Oven Pizza Bakery. So that's what I did instead of the live. So at least you could, for anybody
have something, yeah.
Well, anybody that missed us for 5 minutes had that there. Right. Not doing much, to be honest. Just playing Roblox. And my aunt is. Oh, you're coming to your no, it was the 30th. Okay. What have I had today? Well, I will ask you a question in a minute. Freeland said, Mark, see my girlfriend Ellie. Remember, she is my love of my life. You can tell. I can absolutely tell. Love you too, she said.
Aww.
Very sweet. So when did you two start dating again? When did you start?
I like how you just freely declare that there's no. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, your aunt's getting married on the 30th of August. Oh, congratulations to your aunt.
Congratulations to your aunt. What's nice about that is you freely say it as you want to. You're not hiding it, which is quite nice. It's quite refreshing.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm really glad, actually. Just I will be doing my lives on Wednesday. Yeah, you said that 10 to 6, and my videos on Sunday at 2 o'clock. So if you want, check that out. Freon said, where are we? We already said that one. 80s, right, question then for you. I was lagging a bit, Ailey said.
Oh.
Right, question for you. What is Ailey's favourite movie? What is Ailey's favourite movie? Ailey, do not tell him. He's got to see if he's got a guess.
And Ailey, what is Freon's favourite colour?
There you go. So, Freon, you've got to guess. What is Ailey's favourite movie? Ailey, what is Freon's favourite colour? I was the boss on the Friday video, just gone. Is this on your channel? Freon? Is this what you're saying? You actually uploaded something on Friday and it's gone. Is that right?
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I'm just trying to get into. We're trying to work out what's actually happening there. So, guys, apologies. We don't have any food, actual fact, as a sample today. We were planning on doing something, because I was out all weekend. We did get something in, so we'll try and do something for. Friday. See if we can get hold of something. Friel said, "Oh, this is easy. She loves Wreck-It Ralph so bad. She made me watch it when I was at her house." Is this true, Ailey? Is this true? Has he guessed it correctly?
Ailey, is that your favourite movie?
And Ailey thinks your favourite colour, Freon, is blue. Is that true? Right, we're going to see. Be honest. So for both of you.
I'm not sure that this is a great game because I don't want to cause any arguments.
No, well, we'll see. We just question one. Ailey said, is 100% wrong. I love Kinda Pregnant. Oh dear. So I've never heard of that movie.
No.
I was going to say that was wrong. Oops. Never mind. These are good questions to find out. Now, when Kelly and I were first dating, we used to phone each other. We used to play a game called 10 questions. So
20 questions.
20 questions, that was right. So we used to, I don't really remember. It was on those lines. So we would ask each other 20 questions about the other person, and then you'd have to try and memorize them for next time. So that was the 20 questions. So you'd ask the person 20 questions, their food. No food! No, I know, Liam. I'm sorry. So we were a bit behind this week. I was a bit discombobulated. So I was supposed to get something at the weekend, but because I was out with my folks all weekend, well, actually, in fact, we didn't go out at all. So I didn't manage to get anything in. So we will try and get something for Friday if we can.
I am eating a sausage sandwich, if that counts.
Well, not quite, because there we go. There we go. So we will do something though as well. But this is your opportunity to tell us what you think we should review. Not necessarily the thing, but the type of food. Do you want us to review cakes? Do you want us to review sandwiches? Let us know what you'd like us to review. Freon said, Mark and Kelly, see me and Ailey. She and I always love to have food together. We are such foodies. Which is why I hope you like to come on this channel. So we're going to talk a little bit about food. From the video that we did Did you enjoy that steakhouse thing? Do you think for everybody watching that was something you guys would enjoy? The food actually, now normally with park food, it is very hit and miss. Some of it is really, really good, but most of it is bang average. So I was very impressed this holiday that we've just been to. The actual fact, the quality has definitely risen in the parks. It has definitely gone up. Some of the stuff we've had hasn't quite matched it. It's one of those things, you know, when you leave it under a buffet or a heat lamp, it gets a bit soggy. You think that's a lot of park food, but actually this time round, you know, it wasn't that bad.
We even tried a hot dog.
Yeah. That was
really quite nice.
Oh, Eddie said you guys are so cute together. Well, so are you.
So are you.
We like to see this as well. Do you know what, Eddie? Actual fact, when I went on Freon's Live a long time ago, and you came on there, I was going to say I did think you two would make a good couple. So I am glad you two are together, and it's very nice to hear it because that was good. We didn't know. Bro and Sis said you guys are so cute together. Yes. So. Food-wise, that was the steakhouse one, and the pizza one. So I do want to do a live on the pizza, and I really have been wanting to do bread ahead pizza for a while, but they don't do it in Borough Market anymore.
No, they haven't done it in Borough Market for a long time, unless they do it on a specific day that I don't know about.
Yeah. So, but we will try and do some pizza at some point as well. That is one thing that it's been on my mind to do on the live for a while, and I want to avoid things like pizza because everybody's had Pizza Hut, that type of thing. We want to try and do something that's either sort of localish one as well, so like a proper Italian one type one. So that will come up at some point.
I wonder if the one in Sloane Square does pizza.
Could do.
Yeah, they might do. That is something. Because they've got a couple of things in Sloane Square, so that'd be quite nice. And it might be quite nice to do their afternoon tea again.
Yeah. That could be one as well. There is one.
We haven't done an afternoon tea for a little while.
No, we haven't. So we got that to do as well. Freon, don't worry about those things. Hey, what about us? Because we're a cute couple. You are a very cute couple.
We are a very cute couple. We've already said that. We've said that many times.
I was the boss on the video on Friday, says Jensen. What video were you doing on Friday?
Yeah.
Oh, do you mean actually on the?
Do you mean the bus?
No, I was the boss. He said. So, are you meaning on the? So yeah, that was the other thing actually. So I think we did mention, although we did it as a premiere, I was actually on the train on Friday evening, so I was not able to do the commentary on that. I'm afraid. So if you were on that, we weren't able to join. He said, "Why are you guys based? Or where are you guys based? Where? Oh, sorry, where? I was going to say South London. That's where we are. So if you think about it, we're the two completely opposite ends of the country. Right, Mark and Kelly, what is your favourite sausages? Mine is pork sausages.
So mine is Marks and Spencer's caramelised onion sausages, which I just had. They're the bomb! Oh, it's the bomb thing.
There you go. That's Kelly's word. Now, I do I don't often have sausages because I'm vegetarian, but I do have vegetarian sausages on occasion. And like I said, Jensen, the one in the park, where was it? Was it in Magic Kingdom?
Magic Kingdom, yeah.
That was really, really, really good.
Yeah.
That was excellent. So
that was at Casey's Corner.
Yes, that was right.
Yeah.
That was right. So you'll get to see that when Kelly's video comes up tomorrow. And
I believe, I believe it was my first time trying to, because obviously, because I've been going for so many years, I'm just wondering, I don't think it was my first time having Casey's Corner. I think I had Casey's Corner the very first time. So in '97 was because I thought, in my mind, was it the first time? But now thinking back on it, no, I don't think it was. I think my first time was in '97. August '97 was the first time I had Casey's Corner.
Wow.
And I haven't had it since. So this is my second time in all those years.
You realise 1997 is before a lot of these people on this live were born. So, yeah.
I do know that. And thank you for reminding me.
Yes, I know. I was alive too, don't worry. Cool cut, Mark. Well, this is my Brussels one. This is when we went to Brussels. Karina, hello!
Hi, Karina. Hope you're well.
How are you? How's little Jackson? There we go. Everyone said, hi, Karina. My movie fan friend. All right, what movies have you seen? Let me know. So look at that. Karina's come on. She's got questions already.
Do you know what? The travelling Aussies said they watched the Lilo and Stitch film, and they agree with you, Freon. They said it was amazing. It was really, really good. We've not had a chance to watch it or anything. We've just been sort of like busy and all of that. I don't think we're going to get a chance to watch it anytime soon. And at the moment, I'm actually watching the Game of Thrones series. Not only am I watching the Game of Thrones series, I'm now just starting to watch Love Island. Love Island! Anyway, so I am watching those two things, so I don't actually have time to catch some of the Disney stuff that I really want to watch. But yeah, the travelling Aussie said, yeah, they really agree with you with regards to Lilo and Stitch.
So, travelling Aussies, if you're watching, hello. I know it's ridiculously late o'clock in.
I mean, no, early hours of the morning it is there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So they'll watch it later on today.
So a big shout out to you guys both. Hello.
Hello.
Karina, no, Karina's not been watching any movies. Freon. I think you mentioned one. I think Karina just happened to watch that at some point. But Karina said that Jackson is doing. I love you. Oh, I love how you call him V Jackson. V Jackson is doing fantastic. Waiting for his brunch.
Oh, brunch. Oh.
I love how dogs wait for food.
Yeah.
And they just stop and stare because they know it's coming. Where are I? Yay, Lilo and Stitch, amazing! But how dare you not go to see it? It's amazing.
Yeah, we just don't have the time, unfortunately.
Well, we will see it at some point. Because it will. I don't know if we'll get time to go and see it in the movies because we've got quite a bit of stuff lined up. But
when it comes on Disney Plus, we'll watch it.
We will do. I'm hoping Lilo and Stitch will be in Disney soon. Well, like Karina, I think we'll probably end up doing the same. We'll probably wait for it to go on Disney Store. Disney Plus, before we can then watch it. But I do want to watch it. I did watch the cartoon. Well, we did watch the cartoon.
Yeah, we did watch the cartoon. Yeah, and I think that's what Disney Eats is based on. Is based on Lilo and Stitch. And now I have to be honest, Lilo and Stitch is not my favourite cartoon by any stretch. It's fun and stuff like that, but I didn't like it as much as other people liked it. But when they did the first Disney Eat series, that one was really nice. The one that they've done since then is okay, but the very first one, which they did last year, where I got my Crocs, I think I bought a hat somewhere, which is around here somewhere, and then you got the shirt and all of that. And I think that series was really nice, and it was based on Lilo and Stitch, which I didn't know.
Ellie, babe, do you agree with me that Lilo and Stitch is amazing? Ellie, if you're still on, I would suggest you agree because this means a lot to Freon. So, did you guys watch it together? Sorry, Jensen. You did ask that, and I didn't mean to skip over it. So, Jensen said, "What train company did you go on Friday?" So, I went on GWR, Great Western Railway. So that's from Paddington, going to the West Country. That was very fast. Not so great on the way back because there were loads of trains cancelled, but I don't mind that line. It's really nice views actually as you go through the countryside. And it's very, 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 very nice view points going through it. So that was the one I went on to. Right, now then, Karina, very kindly, and I don't want to put you on the spot, Karina, but so when I was replying to a lot of the comments on there, I know on the Das Steakhouse one, you were saying you've gone, is it Panera? Which I misread as Pantera, the old heavy metal band. But I thought, you went to a Pantera concert. But you went to Panera, and you said that was quite good. Now, we did spot a Panera, but only we were on the, I tell you where it was, we were on the bus, and if you go past, I said, there's a Panera. So we did spot one.
We did spot one.
But we didn't get to go there. So is it one you would recommend?
I want to go to a Cracker Barrel. I've heard so much stuff about this Cracker Barrel business. I really want to go there where it's a part shop and it's a restaurant. So you go in through a shop way, look at all the stuff, and then you carry on to the restaurant. I'd like to do that. I'd also like to do a Buc-ee's, and we still haven't been to a Trader Joe's.
No,
I've been to a Trader Joe's.
Yeah, that's not a restaurant.
No, that's not a restaurant.
But we could get some stuff in there for sure.
Yeah.
Where are we? Freon said, Mark and Kelly, next week. I'm going to be Freon loves. What's that?
Freon loves Ailey?
No, Freon loves Ronaldo's heir. Who's Ronaldo? Ronaldo the footballer. No, that's Ronaldo. Oh, you got Ronaldo's Air. It's an ice cream shop. Oh, it's an ice cream shop in our town.
Oh,
I see. Ronaldo's right in Air. Right, I gotcha. Why is it so good? What's the best ice cream they do? Karina said yes. So tell us a little bit about Panera, because if it is good, that's on your recommendation.
Yeah.
And again, I don't want to put pressure on you, but you did mention you would possibly do us a list of recommendations, which we would love to do actually, because I would like to try.
There are so we go to Florida quite often, or we have been to Florida quite often, and there is still so much to because we all and also because we like going back to the so when we find a restaurant or when we find something that we like, we carry on going back there, and it's only certain situations that make us try something else. So like last year, the only reason why we tried what was it? Cheddars was because we were sick.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why we tried it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gone there. And then there was something else that we tried, and it was only because of a specific reason. Otherwise, we never would have.
Yeah, I tell you what. So the next video, actually, that's a nice segue. Actually, she didn't mean to do it, but it was a nice segue. It was our next video will be the Olive Garden. So. Karina, you've probably gone before, but
yeah, a lot of people would have gone before.
We haven't been to one for years.
Yeah.
That's the first time we went. So we did go. I sampled a lot of the food there. Very, very good. So I did actually enjoy it. And I thought I preferred it more this time when we went before.
Yeah, than when we went the last time. I'm not sure if the last time we got the correct things. But why did we end up going to Olive Garden?
Because I pulled my back.
Did we not go to the park that day at all? Oh, I wonder what else we did then. We didn't just go to Olive Garden, did we? That wasn't the day.
No. I tell you what happened. We went. You were moaning you didn't have enough shopping trips, so we went to Olive Garden, then we went to the shopping trip. That's what happened. That is what happened. Something had happened for us not to go to the parks. You know, I get jittery like this.
I know, if he doesn't go to the parks, that's it. And he's dragging me every day to the park.
Right, Jensen, so I'll tell you what happened on the train. On the way back, so I got my train was at a certain time. I got to there on the time, and it was cancelled. The train before was cancelled. So as you can imagine, the next train had 3 train loads worth of people on the one. So it was absolutely rammed. It was so busy.
I'm just adjusting the fan because
it's
hot.
It is hot. So
I was hot last night. I got my little handheld fan now. It's just like this. Oh my god, it's so hot. I couldn't. We've got a bigger fan. We've got a bigger fan in the bedroom, but I was so tired I could not get up. Trying to find out how to turn it on and all of these. But tonight I'm going to make sure I've got the remote ready to
fan that one. Yes, it's going to be. So it's going to be hot. Well, in London it's 27 degrees Celsius here. So it is a hot one today.
Well, it's hot for the UK.
Yeah, that is hot for the UK.
That's hot for the UK. But
that's
I think
winter in Florida.
I think in the at the weekend it's going to be like in the 30s. Ooh, I can't wait.
Well, it depends where we'll be. That could
depends on where we'll be.
In the city, that's not as good. Where are we? So, Freon said yes. The chocolate brownie sundae is so hot and warm. Is that so? Do they do? Is the sundae part hot and then the ice cream on top of that? Oh, lovely.
Well, the ice creams are going to be hot.
So, Panera or Pantera, as I like to call them, offers sandwiches, pastries, and soups. Now, I know, Karina, this is not your favourite, but I do really like the American thing of a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Not your thing, but that I can see. But you guys do really good soups over there. The Olive Garden soups with the minestrone was absolutely fantastic. Where are we? Where are we? Next weekend, I'm going to go to Ronaldo's in our town to do a review of my schoolmates, and I'm going to post.
Oh, nice! That will be nice.
I would like to see that review. So, if you're interested, he's going to review. Actual fact, you have inspired us, Freon, because I keep saying this, Kelly. Every summer, I do want to do some ice cream reviews. So I think we're going to have to try and do some ice cream reviews in London at some
Considering
point.
we got also, well, I was thinking at home, considering we got the giant bourbon biscuit and the giant...
oh, God, yeah. We'll have to do that as well. So we'll have to get some vanilla ice cream and do that. Right, where are we?
Not necessarily vanilla.
Well, they know it recommends vanilla.
Not for the bourbon, it can't.
No, that's chocolate. But then for the other one, you need vanilla. Right. Karina said a Cracker Barrel has very good Southern home style cooking. Cracker Barrel is mainly in the southern states. Their mac and cheese is so yum. That sounds amazing. Is it as good as Cheddar's if you've been to Cheddar's? Because Cheddar's is southern fried, and their one was really good.
Oh, are they southern? Cheddar's
Yes, this is all southern. He said as well, this is southern style food.
I don't know. All I heard him say was, "Talk to me, mama." I'm like,
Jensen said, "Did you try and squeeze in the train?" Yeah, I did, Jensen. It was a nightmare. It was so busy. Because what's worse is everybody's got their suitcases,
and it's annoying if you booked a seat on the train.
And it's in hot.
Yeah.
So we got that on top of it, so which wasn't great. It's going to be 31 degrees on the weekend. Wow. That's hot. Oh no! Karina said the Olive Garden is closed in my city. Oh no, that is annoying. That is really annoying. That is annoying.
Karina, do you like the Olive Garden? Does it bother you that it's closed, or you're not that bothered? Because I think it's probably some people aren't that bothered when it closes, but I know my friend, she's from the UK. Whenever she goes to sex, she loves the Olive Garden.
Well, I'm guessing that Karina does because it was a frowny face when it was there. So Freon said, Eddie's there. She's still there. Don't say your location. No, don't worry. He didn't. He only said the ice cream place. So obviously we know you are in Scotland, but we don't know exactly where. So
exactly. Be safe online. We always say this.
Absolutely, but that's okay because you didn't say your actual location.
Yeah.
Karina said Panera Suits are actually offered in Costco here in big servings for a deal. Broccoli cheese is my favourite.
Oh, that would not be mine, but that would be Mark's.
Oh yeah, I love broccoli.
But you had broccoli cheese when we went to when we were at Cheddar's. You got the broccoli cheese.
That's not the soup.
No, not
that's
the
the
soup.
side.
But you got broccoli cheese. But that's what I'm saying. You like that combination.
I did. I've got to say that's really good. Freelance said, Mark and Kelly, keep your eye on the notifications next Saturday, not this Saturday. Saturday.
All right.
Eddie, don't worry though. It's good that you actually keep vigilant. So it's very good that you say that. Freelance said, Eddie, if in your town you can come too. Oh, there you go. That is a date in a ice cream shop. Well done, Eddie. Your video got 1,000 views.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Hey, great. Sam, how you doing?
Hi, Sam. Hope you're well.
Sam said, hi guys, I'm late because of the Karen Reid trial. What was that? Karen Reid trial? Karen Reid trial?
Oh, I don't know.
What's the Karen Reid trial?
I have no idea.
Which one is that? I've got to wait. Is that the lady that was put? Oh no, I'm confusing it with somebody else. Let us know, Sam. And also, Sam, did you like the Das Steakhouse? I don't know why, because it had that goth look. I did think of you. Not that you're necessarily a goth, but I know you do like goth stuff. So I did think of you when we did that video. Karina said, I've not been to Cheddar's, but I bet you will enjoy Cracker Barrel's more. Right, that is a statement and a half. All right.
Challenge accepted.
We will see that as well, because I gotta say, Cheddar's was fantastic. It was really, really good.
There must be a Cracker Barrel in Florida. Probably. I wouldn't have said it if there wasn't, because I've probably already checked this, but let me just double check.
Most likely. Hey Sam, how are we? Said Freon. Karina said, I do like Olive Garden. Just stinks I have to drive further to have it. When I read just stinks, I thought, well, it doesn't smell that bad. But no, I know what you mean. It's bad you've got to drive that far. See, this is the thing. One of the things we're so lucky in London is because everything's in a relatively close proximity. It's in a city. But when you've got to drive out of another state to go, that is something else. That is dedication and a half. Charlie, hello.
Hey Charlie, hope you're well.
Where are we? Sam said, hi Freon, I'm okay. Hope you are too.
There are 2 in Orlando, Florida, which is quite unusual.
And they're quite a way out. Dr. Phillips is where the airport is, so that's right the other end. That's quite a way.
Well, there are 2, so yeah.
I mean, we have to get a taxi to get to most of these restaurants.
Yeah, that is true.
Nothing's in walking distance.
But I think that's the States in general.
Yeah. Jenta said, one day Also, Charlie's got 733 followers. Hello, Charlie. How are you doing? Good to see you.
Hey, Charlie.
733 followers is good. You've gone up again. You've gone up by 10. You know that. Last time we spoke. Jensen said, at one day, all of the staff members are going to be straight line facing us, and all the kids are going to get a giant dish of shepherd's pie and throw it at the staff members and try and keep the dish. Really? Is this something you're doing at school? I have never heard this. That's going to be a... How much shepherd pie do you need?
Right.
You're going to need absolute ton of shepherd's pie. Is this for charity?
Oh, there's one in Kissimmee, which is not too far.
Right.
Interesting.
All right, okay. Well, we will try, Karina, to do the Cracker Barrel. Some of these things are a little difficult to get to.
Well, they're only a little bit difficult to get to if Mark wants to go to the park every day.
Well, it's not that, but I don't really want to do it like an hour ride.
No, Kissimmee is close to Disney.
Oh, that's all right then. That's okay. I'm going to the fair this Saturday, says Ellie. Right, okay. Enjoy. Is Freon going with you? Freon said, Ellie, I helped you do some work on that video. Yes, you know. That's brilliant. 1,000 though. That's really, really good. Careful, you're knocking that. Freon said, Mark and Kelly, maybe I'll take some pictures of the ice cream and post it on the channel and make you guys jealous. Well, we will be jealous, but I would like to see...
I don't want to be jealous, thank you.
But I would like to see these ice creams.
Yeah.
It's going to make me more hungry than jealous, I think, Freon.
I'm just going to think, I wish I was having that ice cream right now. Wow.
Jensen said, and try to keep the dish in the hands and laugh about it. Who's got the messiest win? How much shepherd's pie are you making?
Yeah.
That is a lot. Right, Sam said, it's the body in the snow trial. It's live and possibly a verdict today. It's gripping. Do you know what, Sam? I have not heard of this at all.
No.
Is this an actual case? Excuse my ignorance, but is this an actual case, or is this like a series or something?
To be fair, I'm
looking at it now.
Watching, like I said, Game of Thrones again. I'm on season 4, and I'm watching Game of Thrones and Love Island.
So
Love Island.
Really highbrow stuff.
Yeah. Umms.
I have not heard this case at all. What was it? Body in the Snow. Oh, it's a TV series. Right, okay. It says Body in the Snow, Murder of Joanne Yates. Is it good? Would you recommend it?
Is it based on a true story?
Oh, it's actually a season of stuff. Right, it came out in 2021.
Oh.
Examining the murder of landscape architect Joanne Yates and the subsequent hunt for a killer, explore the police investigation and events that surround it in forensic detail, including powerful testimony from key witnesses.
Oh, so it is based on true stories then?
But
I'm assuming.
Yeah, the trial of Karen Reed previous, and it's total five episodes behind the scenes documentary investigation discovery.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I just want to say, so I got a new phone recently. So I got the S24, but I got the fan edition, right? Because my brother was like, "Why did you get?" So at the moment, so I needed to get a new phone because the whole back came off of my phone while we were on holiday. So the phone that I had before was the S20, and again that was the fan edition. I am not into the ultras. I don't want the big and the curve. I'm not into all of that. And so I just thought, oh, do you know what? I need to get a new phone. There's a sale on. Let me have a look. And I was just lucky because I had saved up some birthday money and Christmas money, and then I had gotten a voucher from work. So I was just like, oh, I've got all of this stuff. Let me see what phone I can get. So I opted for the Samsung S24 FE edition. So that's the fan edition. And I was like wondering, like, what's the difference between the fan edition and like the normal like S24? And it basically is one opens up faster than the other by literally 1 or 2 seconds.
Amy wants to see the phone.
Oh, so here we are. This is my case that I bought for it. But that's the phone. And I've got to say, I absolutely love the screen on this phone. So obviously so I didn't go for the 25. It was just so expensive, and I like to buy the phone outright. I'm not about buying this over 2 years or whatever business. So and then the phone just lasts as long as it does, and then I get a new one in a few years' time. So I've gone from the S24 FE edition to the S20 FE edition to the S24 FE, because there is a 25. Because my brother was like, "Why don't you just get the 25?" And I was just like, "It was so expensive for no reason." But what is very interesting in the latest Samsung phones, because what set them apart for me between the iPhone, there's a couple of things. One, it's not as restrictive. So I feel like with the iPhones, you can only do iPhone things, iPhone apps, all of that type of stuff. So for me, it's quite restrictive. But with the Samsungs, you can like download different apps, editing apps, all of that type of stuff. And the camera on it is excellent. The cameras on the Samsungs are, but I believe that's because they were camera makers before, and then obviously moved into the phone sort of thing. Now the phone itself, the S24, I've got to say, I only need a phone to make videos. So if I'm doing shorts or something like that, and take pictures. And the thing is, they've now stopped doing, or they have been because obviously the last phone that I got was the S20. So obviously.
So hi Tia, how are you doing?
Hi Tia, hope you're well. Now the thing is, which I didn't know, is you cannot expand the memory. Now it's just a good job, right? Because normally I'd go for a 128. Right, so I would just go for a 128 because it doesn't matter because I can expand the memory. But for £50 extra, you go for the 256. So I was like, so if anyone doesn't know, that's the memory. So the memory, normally the memory, I would go for 128.
Also, Georgina's joined us as well. Hello, Georgina. How are you doing?
Georgina's been a minute. Welcome. I haven't seen you for ages.
And Georgina said pizza. So are you wanting us to do more pizza? Is that what you wanting us to do? Sorry, well, carry on. I'm just going to watch you. Came on.
So yeah. So I think that I wanted to be able to expand the memory, but I thought, if I get 256, it's fine because I can expand the memory even more. Well, let me tell you, clearly I didn't do enough research, because it's only after I bought the phone that I realised, you can't expand the memory. I was just like, what? And it's all of this, so you end up buying cloud storage.
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to buy all of this cloud storage business. Oh yeah, your data's there, your data's up there, your data's here, your data's here. How many data clouds is your information going to be on? Do you know what I mean? So I decided, I was just going to buy an external memory hard drive or a USB and do it that way. But my brother, classic my brother, on TikTok Shop. So he went on TikTok Shop and he bought me one of these. And what's good about these is on each one, it's got a different. So if you have an iPhone, it works for an iPhone. If you have C-type USB, and then if you have the other type of USB, and then if you just want to plug it into your laptop, it's right there. So so this is what it says is for USB C type, and then for iPhone, and then for PC, and then for Android. So you've got all of them there, which is brilliant. And you can just plug it into your laptop and stuff like that. I'm not sure how much he paid for this one. I want to say it's something like £10, I think he paid. But yeah, I haven't tried it yet, but I feel like this is the sort of thing that's brilliant, where you don't have to then buy cloud storage if you don't want to, and you can take, now this is a terabyte, and I was just like, a terabyte in this small thing.
Wow, that's impressive.
I know. So I was just like, oh my god. So I haven't tried it yet, so I don't know. I'll have to ask my brother if he's tried his. But I think that's really good for a terabyte.
That's impressive.
But for £10,
I've never seen a terabyte that small.
Yeah. And I was just like, a terabyte.
We will try. Well, Kelly will try it and tell you what you guys, what it's like.
Yeah, it's an iFlash device HD.
There you go.
There you go.
We're not selling, of course.
I'm not selling anything, of course. Yeah, I'm just letting you know this is what my brother got, and it was to go with my phone because you can't expand the memory. That was the whole point of that conversation. You can't expand the memory.
I'm skeptical because I've never seen a terabyte that cheap.
Mm.
Ailey, how was your dad's trip to Ibiza? Did he have a good time? Karina said, that's what I dislike about being here, being in the States. You have to have a car. That is true. The public transport, yes. Public transport in the United States, considering it's the richest country on the planet, I was going to say, it did shock me with some of them.
Yeah.
Some's better. No, like New York is quite good, but
New York's pretty good. But even so, to ride the subway sometimes is quite scary. I didn't feel safe, and that was during the day when we were riding the subway. I'd rather take a bus or a taxi somewhere. And so when I went to Dallas, there's no you need to take a car everywhere. Everywhere you need to take a car. I was so shocked.
Karina said, oh yeah, so both Karina and Sam said it's a real life trial. I just saw that actually when I googled it. Is it good? Is it gripping? Freon said, Mark and Kelly, you see me and Ailey were both loved fun fairs. Next summer, me, her, and a couple of our friends were going to come down to England to go to BP. Where's BP? Oh, are we? Says Ailey. It's in Glasgow. Remember, I invited you. Good job you mentioned that. Otherwise, that could have been embarrassing. Sam said, no, I'm glad you're going there.
Yeah.
Sam said, no, it's the TV show I'm watching. It's the trial of... It's not the TV show I'm watching. It's the trial of Karen accused of killing her boyfriend, a police officer, and the possible corruption of the cops in a small town in America. Would you recommend it?
Well, clearly Karina's heard of it, right?
Yeah. Mark and Kelly, also I made going to Blackpool, BP, Blackpool. And Ailey loves your phone, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
It's a good phone, I'll tell you that. There you are. Freon said, also, do you guys know Thurrock in England? See the service station there? I'll be stopping there and getting a Burger King or a Starbucks.
Do you mean Lakeside Thurrock?
I think that's one in London, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that where you're going?
Well, it's Essex.
Yeah, Essex way.
Yeah.
Wow, you'll be coming down this far. Jensen said, my channel will start on Sunday, so it's a new one. So
oh, bless you.
Brilliant. So anybody is interested, Jensen will be having a new channel starting this Sunday. This Sunday, I'm assuming. Ellie, you're my favourite person, said Freya. How sweet is that? Karina said, I didn't even know that TikTok Shop exists. But then again, I don't even have TikTok on my phone. That might be why, Karina.
Do you know what, Karina? Don't get it. Let me tell you, I'm addicted. Addicted. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. You listen to Joby or whatever it is. I tell you, my mum's the worst, I would say. Well, I don't know. Me, all three of us are really bad. Me, my brother, and my mum, right? We can what I'm obsessed with Reddit stories, and so is my brother. It's so funny because I think me and my brother, we don't realise how similar we are.
Yeah.
Until Alicia says something and then Mark says something. So Mark will say something about me and then Alicia go, yeah, this one too. You know, all hours of the morning, just listen. I could fall asleep listening to the Reddit stories and all that. And like you're able to tell like which ones are fake and then which ones are real. But I still listen to the AI ones. I don't care. But I don't like it when they go into a long story mode and I just think, this is not interesting me, so then I'll flick to the other ones. I do like the ones that are real and the ones that sound more realistic rather than the AI made up ones. When they're like a story, I don't really like it, but I do like you know, when they, even though you know that they've made it up, but it's more sort of a realistic is the word that
is anybody else that's watching addicted to TikTok, or is anybody else addicted to another social media type? I can definitely see the appeal of TikTok. It's very, very fast.
So bite size, and you just boom.
I know.
And boom.
I was thinking that's what we probably need to do with YouTube, is get a lot more bite-sized things. We keep doing these like massively long epic videos, but I do think we need to do a lot more bite-sized.
Well, I do some shorts.
Yeah, you do.
And like I'll pop them up. And you know, I feel like it depends on what type of social media that you like. Like with me, I do like, if I will watch more TikToks than I will watch shorts. I'll make shorts and stuff like that, but then I put them on TikTok, Insta, and I'll put them on YouTube. But I think because TikTok is dedicated to short snippet bite-sized things, and especially like if I need something longer, like say I need to know something about an Excel spreadsheet because I'm terrible at Excel spreadsheets. But if I need to know something, I know I can quickly go to YouTube and I can look at a video and say, "All right, this is how I'm going to work out this, or this is the formula to put that in." So it's brilliant for that. So I'll watch YouTube. So when I need to learn something, normally I'll put it on YouTube. If I just want to watch something quickly, like oh so like during 2020 is when TikTok really took off because you got to watch people around the world. Like people would be singing on their balcony and entertaining all of, I don't know, parts of Italy, or somebody is playing their like you had several people in a block and they all were playing an instrument to make, and then everyone gets to listen to it. And it was just so joyous and so positive that while we were going through something so negative and so depressing, to see all these lovely snippets of people doing things. And now that's sort of like kind of stopped, but you still get to see people entertaining people, or people singing somewhere, or the Reddit stories, or and sometimes you get the really happy Reddit stories, which I also love to watch. So yeah, but my brother's addicted to the TikTok shop. So is my mum. I'm not addicted to the TikTok shop, but my mum and my brother are.
Right. Where are we? So, Georgina says hello to Freon. Georgina, you mentioned about pizza. Were you after us doing a pizza review? Was that for the Friday, for one of the live ones? Do let us know, because we always like to have your guys' comments and stuff like that. So please do let us know. Karina said, I can honestly say I have never taken the public bus in San Francisco, but I have taken the subway in New York City. I love the public transport in Europe. It's so efficient. It's definitely different. It's definitely different. It's London has got really good transportation. I have to say, we're very lucky when it runs.
Yeah,
it's very good.
I think it's because we didn't prioritize cars, and we don't have the land that the US has.
No, that's true.
The land that you have in the US is vast and built for cars, basically. Whereas in the UK, it's while we had horses and carriages and all of that type of stuff, when they started to build the roads, it was almost like they built it for one going up and one coming down in the residential areas, kind of thing. And they prioritized the train more. That's where the real thing was. They prioritized the trains and public transport and all of that, and they really geared towards that, especially in London. In the outskirts, not so much. It's like an hour for a bus or 2 hours for a bus, if a bus comes at all. Do you know what I mean? And they're not subsidised. So in London, the travel is subsidised. When you go outside of London, like the bus is like expensive. It's like you might as well take a cab to the nearest thing. It's so expensive.
Oh yeah, for sure. Freon said, Mark and Kelly, the worst part of going to Blackpool is we have to wake at 4 a.m. Yes, that's going to be an early start for you. But you're young, you'll be all right.
You'll be fine.
We have to stop at Thurrock, which is 4 hours down, and I'm going to be so tired. You will.
It's easy for you. You can fall asleep. It's the person who's driving that has got like the work to do. You'll be fine.
Anna, hello. How are you doing?
Hi, Anna. I hope you're well.
Good to see you. Thank you for your comments as well, and everybody really actually for their comments on that steakhouse and a few of the other videos that we've done. Yeah, it's good to see you. Freon said, Mark, my bro-in-law, how long have I been helping on our family channel? Well, you've been on a couple of years now, haven't you?
Oh, has it been that? I don't think it's been as long as that.
Oh, I think so.
I think it's been a year.
When did you first come on? I don't remember the exact date, but it's been about a year.
But yeah, a year or just under.
Where are we? We'll go. Oh, Jensen retracted this thing. I thought it was just about to read that one out. Hello to Anna. By Jen. Oh yeah, I thought you said you were going to go, but Freon said bye, Jensen, but I think you retracted it. Georgina said, I've been working from home today. So have you been enjoying that sun?
Oh,
it's been lovely and warm, I have to say. It has been really, really warm.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Mark, thank you for not saying about Aoife and me roasting each other. I tell you something, Freon, you really pushed her buttons. She got so annoyed. They were both arguing about hurling. So I've never watched a full hurling game, but I would like to see it. So it's Irish sport, isn't it?
I can't. I wouldn't.
But she was getting really annoyed with you. You were really winding her up about the teams. I'm not really into hurling, so I don't really know the teams that well. But whichever team you said really pushed her buttons. She hasn't been on since, so I hope that's not.
Oh no, she has been on
I'm
since.
joking.
Yeah, I was gonna say she has been on.
Where are we? Freelancing. I think I joined under a year, but it's been a few months. It sounds. I think you're right. It was a year. I keep thinking it's 2 years.
Yeah, I don't think it's been that long. I think it's been literally a few months. I reckon it's probably what 4 or 5 months.
Where are we? Jensen said it's going to be 31 degrees on the weekend. Yeah, you were saying it's going to be hot. So stay hydrated, everybody. Stay safe.
I am looking forward to it.
Do you, Karina said, have you shared with what your weekend adventure was? Did I miss it? No, that was, so we didn't actually do much on the weekend. I've got to be honest. It was, I'm sorry, Karina, I was just talking about the videos. You did watch it, you did comment on it, that steakhouse?
Yeah, I had a commitment on Friday. And then on Saturday I was editing videos. So I finally, so I had 2 nights of 2 a.m.s because when I was I'm having a bit of a problem with software, and plus I'm trying to work out which software that I want to start using. So so Mark and I, we were using the same software, and then it messed up my thing. So I just thought, I just want to get a different software. So I'm trying this other one, and that's not working out as well as I would like it to. So I'm going to look into another one and see about that one. But I think that it's a little bit tricky because you want to find a really good piece of software because the thing is, where we're using the new camera, that shoots in 4K. But it seems the software that we have can't handle 4K. So I really need to find a piece of software that can actually handle 4K.
So for the editors amongst you lot as well, if you know of anything that can handle 4K, please do let us know. Editing packages. It is annoying because I'm still using the old camera that we've got, and that can handle that. It can't seem to handle the 4K.
It can't.
So if anybody knows anything, please give us a shout. We will really appreciate any feedback you've got. So also, Karina, as well, so just to let you guys know, with all the Florida videos that we're doing, we've only got about 4 left. So one of them is Cheddar's. So Olive Garden will be after Olive Garden. So Olive Garden will come next. We've got Space 220 to come. We've got, I'm trying to think what else we've got to come.
Olive Garden, as you said.
No, I just said Olive Garden, right. Space 220. Cheddar's, we went back to again. We do go back to Twosome's Chocolate Emporium because we hadn't been for 2 years, believe it or not. So we wanted to go, or was it?
No, we were there last year, weren't we? Because I had the chicken.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, sorry, yeah. God, look how time flies.
Yeah,
I'm making it fly even faster. So there are a few other videos coming up, and then we will of course go back to our London, doing a lot more. We've got an afternoon teas that we've got to do. I'm going to line one up.
because you went to pizza. We went to the Italian pizzeria.
Yeah.
Which is another one, and then I'm just having a look in our folder. We got Bahama Breeze.
And that's it. And that is it. So there's not many left. So once we get through there, we will be back. Oh, in the Cheesecake Factory.
Yeah.
We go back to the Cheesecake Factory.
I'm just having a look.
I've done that one.
Yeah, you've done that.
So there was a few there. So we will have those coming up. So, but if you want more London-based ones as well, don't worry. Those will be coming up too. We will be back on our adventures very, very soon.
Very, very soon. Oh, and Epic Universe, but you've already done the one.
I've done the Epic Universe, yeah.
Oh, well, did we not do one? Did we not do 2 at the Epic Universe?
No, only that steakhouse. Only, well, unless you videoed it. No, we only did that steakhouse. Where are we? So Freon said, I never wound her up. She started and she hasn't apologized to me. You're gonna have to wait a long time. No, what it was I didn't realise how much she is into hurling. She's properly into hurling.
I also think that sometimes it can be like, a Scottish, Irish, Welsh, UK type thing, England type thing, where, that team's against this team and this team's against, almost like a football thing. And you lot are very passionate passionate about that sort of thing. I don't get involved because I'm not as passionate about all of that.
It was a little bit of a roast though, Frion, because you did say her favourite team was rubbish.
Yeah. And so you can't come with them words and then not expect someone to retaliate, because they will.
Jensen, you have a good one. We'll see you
Bye,
Friday.
Jensen.
Take care. Aoife tried to roast me. Whoa, make me laugh. She's a little roaster, even though I never wound her up or pushed her buttons. You did say her team was rubbish.
You did push her buttons. You were both pushing each other's buttons for sure.
Which I did find quite funny, because you also said all the players in the team were rubbish. But apart from that, you didn't see him. Free on. Whatever you do though, don't say those things to Ailey, because you'll wind her up. But I know, but I was laughing though, Free on. It was quite funny actually. I know Aoife didn't see it at the time.
I don't think them things are funny, but I just like let people chat, because people get very passionate about things that I'm just like, why are we even talking about this?
But you see, when you are really passionate into a team, which I can be, it means a lot.
Yeah, I'm passionate. I'm very passionate about certain things. So like, if I'm watching, so for instance, if we are in an audition and I'm watching people audition and I'm watching the acting, I'm very passionate about that, and I'll sit there and I'll really sort of study it and stuff like that. When people are doing auditions generally, you know, like singing, and you can feel their passion and they really, because I remember being like that. So that sort of thing I can understand. Being passionate about a team that is playing, I can't get on board
Well,
with that.
no, but you've got to do it relatable. So you saw how passionate you are about those things. Try and then put that onto.
What I'm saying is, I cannot be passionate about someone else playing football.
No, of course not, but that because it doesn't interest you. But imagine the passion you feel for the things that you're passionate about. Then put that into football.
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Kitten Noodles!
Kitten Noodles!
How are you? Good to see you. How
Hello,
you been?
hello.
You are never late. You are never late. Just fashionably
late.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
I never would see. Said Freon. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be doing absolutely nothing. Just chilling.
Sounds excellent. Sounds like a day that I would love.
Right, he's got to go to. Take care. Ali messaged me. Well, lovely to see you both. Go and say. You go and spend some time with Ailey. We will see you.
Bye, Freon. Bye, Ailey.
I think Ailey went a while ago, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think it was bless it. Freon was just staying the course. So, Kate Noodles, how you been? Tia, if you're still on, how you been?
Yes.
Everybody, let us know what you've been up to.
What have you been up to? What did everybody get up to this weekend? Like I said, I was editing for ages, but finally got it done. And it is going to be up tomorrow at 5:30, and it will be day 2 of our Florida holiday.
Kate Noodles, I'm good, thank you. How are you two? I just got braces put on yesterday.
Oh, wow. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, how is it? Is it feeling odd? I know because my friend had braces. He said he kept getting a bit stuck in there, so it does take a while to get used to.
I remember when I had braces, and I was good for the most part, because there was this thing in school where people used to make fun of you if you were wearing braces and stuff like that. And I got away with it for the most part. The only time was for a very short period, and somebody would do is it Colgate? I don't know if it was a Colgate advert, but I didn't think that was taking fun of me really. They were like Aqua Fresh, ding, and I was just like. All right.
Is that the best they could come up
Yeah,
with?
that was the best thing. It was like a toothpaste advert, and I was just like, all right.
How are you settling on? How are they settling in? Are they okay? It will take a while. It's my second time having them. Once about 8 years ago. They just feel sore, and it takes getting used to it.
It does, yeah. I remember when they felt really tender, and I thought, oh my god, these are gonna fall out. And I was like to my mum's, I just feel like these are going to fall out. She goes, oh, maybe we've got to go back to the dentist. But the dentist said they would feel tender.
Karina said, I went to my first ever protest, and the Jackson also attended. May I ask what it was, or you don't have to say? I'm going to guess it was no King's Day, but that's just a guess. But I don't want to pry, Corinne, so you don't have to say.
No, you don't have to say.
Can you say, yeah, exactly. You should have said you're waiting for the joke part. Okay, where's the joke? Where's it coming?
I was just relieved that was all they came up with, to be quite honest with you, because I tell you what, sometimes in school it can be really harrowing, and children can be quite cruel.
Oh God, yeah.
And so and not only that, sometimes you get the mean girls and all of this sort of nonsense. And I remember for a little while I joined the popular girls. So I had my regular friends and all of that, and then all of a sudden I found myself in the popular group. And I was literally in there for like 1 or 2 months, I think it was, maybe a little bit
I wanted
longer.
to be in the popular group.
And I will tell you here and now, it was just girls bitching about the other girls in the group. And I just thought to myself, this is not for me. I went back, and you know what? I was just glad that my old friends accepted me back. They took me back with like, no, I go, oh, what, you're sitting with us now? I was going, yeah. And I didn't really say much about it, and then later on I did. And what was interesting about that, so I just felt that I didn't want to be in the group anymore, because I just felt they were talking about each other and all of this. And one of my good friends, who I was good friends with before, she herself also joined the popular group, and that was another thing. Anyway, I'm not going to get talk about that. But so when she got into the popular group, she told the girl, even though we were really good friends before all of this, she told one of the girls, one of the main girls, and one of the main girls wanted to come and beat me up, and I was just like, they had to hold her back, or they had to, because what another girl told me, and I just thought, but this is the exact reason. This is the exact reason why I just did not want to be in that group anymore, because I just felt like, for what reason?
Just end up fighting each other.
Yeah, for what reason? One of the girls punched another girl in her face. And I was just like, I can't deal with this.
Sounds like a lovely group.
I can't deal with this. I was just talking about, oh, no, that's not for me. That was not for me.
Oh, that's all kinds of trauma.
Yeah.
Also, Georgina said, yes, please, do a pizza. All right, Georgina, we will try.
We will try and do pizza.
I do want to do a pizza, actually, on the live, so we can try it out. So there is a couple of places I have in mind. We're going to try not to do, well, I'm going to try not to do, one that is one of the chains. I want to try and do something a little bit different, but we'll have a look.
As long as we're not doing Papa John's, I don't care.
No, we're not doing Papa John's. Papa John's, I think, is in real trouble, you know.
Oh,
is it still going okay in the United States, Karina? But Papa John's here is in real trouble. Karina said, yes, that was the one. I thought so. I would have preferred no dictators. Well, funny enough, while you were there, I was actually at the Washington US presidential birthday thing. So look at that. We were on completely opposite ends of protest. So I could say that with a straight face. I wasn't for anybody. No, I was not. I'm back in the UK. There's no way I could get there and here and back in that time. Kitty Noodle said, yeah, real friends, Kelly, real friends.
Do you know what? It's like, I feel like I am not that type. So I'm not really a confrontational person unless you say something to me and I'm like,
and then she will be.
And then I will be. And I was never that girl that liked to fight or whatever, and I was quite afraid of that sort of thing. I didn't like that sort of thing. It wasn't me, and I was just like, oh God. Every other minute somebody wants to beat you up at school and all of this, and I just was not about that lifestyle. And I also didn't like people talking about people. These are meant to be your friends and stuff like that. And normally, if I do have a problem with someone, I really do try my best to go and speak to that person. And I would say probably 8 times out of 10, I will go and talk to that person about whatever it is that I need to talk to them about. But there are other times when I just think, oh, is this going to be worth the trouble of me needing to go to talk to that person? Like, what? Is there going to be any change? Is there going to be any benefit? Is there going to be, and then if there isn't, then I just don't talk to you about it. Do you know what I mean? But if I decide that I don't want to be friends with you anymore, I will try my hardest to tell you to your face and the reasons why. And that's if I respect you. So if I respect you, I will say to you, look, I think this is the thing. I don't think we can be friends anymore, blah, blah, blah. if I don't respect you, I'll just phase you out. That's it. I just think, "Oh, this is not worth my time or my trouble." I just think, well, it is what it is, and that's it.
What was I going to say? Sorry, I couldn't resist, Karina. I know I was just joking. Oh, Sam said I was bullied at school. Some girls one day attacked me and gave me burns all around my neck from the scarf I was wearing. Oh, do you know what? Is what I think that can be. Sometimes girls can be worse.
Yeah.
They can be worse because it's
Yeah.
much more verbal. But actually, they can be more aggressive than boys sometimes. That's what I think.
I think like with guys, they'll have a punch up and then that's the end of it. Whereas I feel like with girls, it's more of the taunting and the this and the that, and it's ongoing. And I was very so there was one boy at school, right, who for some reason always kept wanting to slap me. So he's like, "Oh, what hell, all right, doing all of this."
You're right. I don't want to get slapped.
And then, but he would do it any time he passed me in the school, right? And he was going out with another girl, and but for some reason he would always make a beeline for me, and I would just be like, and
He probably liked you. That's why he was.
but it would really get on my nerves, and
he
I'd
has
be like,
no social skills. That has
no,
no idea.
completely. But he was already going out with a girl that he liked. And the problem was she had previously been going out with another guy who was, it was just a whole thing. And I just thought to myself, you're going through school and you just think, I just don't need this. I really just don't need this rubbish. And it's those points in school that really just make you not enjoy it. I mean, luckily for me, that was only a small part of it, and I was never really bullied or anything like that. But I did know some kids that were. There's some kids that were bullied at primary school, and you just think to yourself, and you just hope that when they move on to the next school, that has just left them and not followed them into the next school. But sometimes when little kids are bullied, sometimes it follows them into the next one. It's really, really quite sad.
Karina said, "How much were you paid to attend Taco's unsuccessful party?" Do you know what, actually, Karina? I was surprised that it went ahead because you don't really do military ceremonies there. We don't in the UK. France does because it celebrates Bastille Day, and Russia does, of course, as well. But it's not really an American thing. So I was surprised that you guys did it. That being said, your president is going to be coming to the UK very, very soon to meet King Charles. That is coming up very, very soon.
There are a couple of things that I wanted to say that I don't want to accept as the UK, but
there you go. Kit Little said, and a real friend will defend you. That's true. Girls' long arguments out, generally speaking.
Yeah. I had one friend, and it's such a shame because we don't keep in touch now. One friend who would back me and stuff like that. I had lots of friends at school, but there is always that one person who will back you, who will,
and that is your true friend.
And she was a true friend. It was until we left school, and then it went down a little bit. There were other things that came into play, but you have to look back at it. I miss our friendship and stuff like that, and I'm sure she does too. But maybe she doesn't think on it. I don't know. But you have to sort of think on these things, and you think, it is what it is, and that's how it ended. But I'm lucky that I have two people, one being Mark, and then the other one being Evelyn, and I'm just very, very lucky.
Sam said the bullies were sitting in the seat behind me on the school bus and tried to strangle me. Lots and lots of other stuff happened too. I hate bullies. Oh, Sam, that sounds really traumatic.
Sounds horrific.
Also, I remember actually back in those days in school, it was never really taken seriously, bullying, especially.
No, it wasn't.
It was a bit like the army where it's almost like actively encouraged. So, but do you know what, Sam? There's a very famous Eddie Izzard joke, which is so true. And he said, bullies hang around in groups of 5. And the reason they hang around in groups of 5 is because they have a fifth of a personality each. And it's so true. On their own, there's nothing to them, but they have to hang around in groups of 5 just to try and, like I said, because there's nothing to them. Absolutely nothing to them.
And also, I feel like sometimes the reasons why bullies materialize and stuff like that is through, obviously, stuff going on in their own homes. We don't know the full story and all that. And then sometimes I also think that Um, they are going through something internally, and this is not to justify or anything like that. More of an explanation, I suppose. There are some people who are just like horrible, right? There are just some people who are like that. Then there are also people who are going through stuff, whether that be at home. Like there was a couple of people in the class, and like one of the bullies, the one who used to go ting and all that. But I knew he was going through stuff at home. I just didn't know till a lot later that the situation in his household, and it was quite horrific. And he unfortunately carried that on into his adulthood, and that was quite horrible when you see that sort of later on. But then you know you again you have other kids, you don't know what's happening. Some There was also a kid in my class who people took the mickey out. He was a big guy. He'd just mess you up. So they did that. They didn't do it all the time because he just lay you out. But he had some type of learning difficulties, and to this because dyslexia wasn't. They knew that it existed, but there wasn't the correct help for that sort of thing. Or if you had learning difficulties of some sort, if you didn't pick things up, there wasn't that special thing put in place. And even if there was, it would separate you from the rest of the class and all of that type of stuff. And it just wasn't inclusive. And so, they turned to whatever they could, whether that be strength, whether that be the class clown, whether that be whatever. But yeah, I feel like the dynamics of school is just wild.
Right, this is a question for both you and Sam.
Oh.
So, have you seen, Kitten Noodles asks, have you since seen any one of them? If so, have they recognised you?
Do you mean from like the bullies from school?
Yeah, the bullies. So for you, it would be your bullies, and Sam, it would be the bullies that sat behind you on that bus that time.
So I think the a couple of the popular girls. So you have a Facebook thing, and they are on there. And we've sort of like chatted and stuff like that, because I think school they feel is a million years ago and all of that. And I always think when I was at school, I was an annoying person, and to this day I still think I'm an annoying person. However, I just think that do we change from school, or do we just learn to cope better with different parts of our personality? So I knew that I could be really annoying because I was very excitable, I was still young in my head and all of this type of stuff. So my personality didn't match with everyone, and I often thought, I don't believe we all changed that. I do believe we changed, don't get me wrong. I believe that we probably learn the error of our ways and stuff like that. But I just think there are some people that don't. And yeah, they do still recognize me, as I do recognize certain people. So there is a person that was a couple of years younger than me. And I swear I see her some mornings when I'm catching the train and stuff. I swear it's her. I don't know for sure, but I'm probably 95% sure it is.
Kid Noodle said, yeah, compassion for every being is great, but as you say, there is still no excuse. Richard, hello!
Hey, Richard.
You just catching to say hi. How have you been? It's been a minute. How have you been?
Hope you're well.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay. Karina said, have you watched Adolescence and 13 Reasons Why?
I haven't, but I do know with 13 reasons. I do know the gist of 13 Reasons Why, but not the adolescence one.
No, it's had amazing reviews. We've not watched it actually. Our television's still on the brink, so we do need to get a new one. That's on my to-do list.
Well, we've got one upstairs, though.
Kid Noodle said, it's like with everything. Do we bury all we've been through and just distract ourselves? Which is a bit, yes, I know what you're saying. That's bottling it up a little bit. Or are we brave enough to dig up the roots and free ourselves? Sometimes it's difficult, and sometimes you sort of suppress these things deliberately.
I think you hold trauma, and I think sometimes I feel like the reasons why I'm overweight is probably because I'm holding trauma somewhere, and I just don't know how to release it. But I think that we all hold a certain type of trauma, and it is different for everyone. And I think in our day, it was just a case of you just deal with it and you just get on with it. Now there's lots more available, but while that is a good thing, I also feel that a lot of children aren't disciplined enough, so they can talk to their teachers anyhow. Listen, if I dare to open my mouth to a teacher, do you know what my mum would do to me? No, that's not a thing. That so sometimes I feel like yes, we can back our children, and especially if because like teachers can bully just as well as any other child could, and so when your child is singled out, which I was, so in primary school I was singled out by one teacher, and it took for another teacher to warn me. She goes, "Ah, they're trying to get you banned from this. You just try to watch yourself and blah blah blah." So the other teachers knew that I was being singled out by this teacher, but did nothing. I told my mum and my stepdad at the time, and you know your parent. Well, my parents, I say my parents, but they came. My mum came from a background where you just did what the teacher told you. You're always in the wrong. It doesn't matter, and so that was the thing that they brought me up. But my brother, with his children, were very, very different. And so he would ask his children, and his children would say, like, okay, yeah, I did do this, or no, they're lying, or whatever. And my brother would back his children because he knows his children very well when they were lying, when they knew, and all of that type of stuff. So his parenting style, while similar to my parents, because again, they were not allowed to talk back, they were not allowed blah blah blah, and all of this. So he was very disciplined with his children, but also listened to his children, which all children need. Is very important. And my mum was just like, just get on with it, kind of thing. So that's the, you just get on with it. And so there wasn't that thing, but I really don't like the way that you see the school going in the sense that the children are not listening, or they're not taking on board the discipline of the class, because there has to be some type of discipline at some point in order to learn, to keep the group together, and all of that type of stuff. So
Sam said, yes, I have seen the bullies. The worst bully of mine became a friend. Oh, wow.
Interesting.
Oh, God. Her father used to hit her with a piece of wood with a nail in the end.
Oh.
Right, that might explain. So it's almost the repressed feelings that she's basically deflecting onto you.
With a nail. Oh, God.
We were very close.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing that you can actually overlook that.
Yeah.
Rich, I'm 20 away from the big 2000. Well done.
Good for you.
I've got a huge adventure plan. What is your adventure?
Wow.
So it should be Richard's big adventure or Richard's huge adventure.
Yeah.
What have you got planned, Richard? Any teaser trailers? Sam said Thomas's murder trial begins yesterday. Oh, that's your friend. Yeah, you said your friend's grandson who was stabbed. Oh wow, that started already. I bet you'll keep a close eye on that. I mean, this must be horrific because they have to relive the whole thing again.
Oh, bless.
Karina said, I am grateful not to have had grown up with the social media up around. Do you know there was an article in the Guardian, I say local paper, in the paper, which said, actual fact, they did a questionnaire with younger people, and 50% wish the internet didn't exist. So that says a lot. Now, by that, they partially mean social media. But it's very interesting that 50% they wish they didn't exist. Or I suppose what they mean is in a time like we grew up when it wasn't around.
Yeah.
It's from one extreme to the other of not being a coward versus the snowflake generation, said Dick Nichols. Kelly, since you mentioned weight, what's the first word, just the word that comes to your mind if I say, how do you feel in your body? And then you can go from there, but there's nothing wrong with you anyway.
I suppose in my mind I'm just carrying a lot of stuff. Does that make any sense? So I feel like I think that obviously we all carry trauma and stuff like that, but I think in my mind, so growing up I always.
So what's the word she said, not thing, the word?
Carry. That's the word, carry.
Alright.
Because I feel like I'm carrying lots of stuff. So when you say that, in my mind I'm thinking, I feel, carry, you're heavy. You're like, but not heavy so much in the body, but heavy in the mind, if that makes sense.
Okay, so that's your word for
Yeah, it would be more carry though than heavy.
Keep watching, said Richard. You'll see. All right, we shall keep an eye.
Ooh, interesting.
Kid Noodle said, "Do you know the song Dare by the Gorillaz? The singer is a woman and a friend of my parents, and she used to bully her. The day my parents' friend said to her, 'Let's get this over and done with.' Then, wow. Oh, really? I know that. I don't know that specific song. I do know. I have heard of the Gorillaz. That's David Albarn, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Because he was in another group and then created.
Yeah. My friend of my parents. Wow, really? Hello again, Jensen. Kindle said the bully had replied, "What?" and kind of laughed, and she said, "Well, we've got to get this over and done with, and you want to fight or something." And she said, "All right then." Everyone went to the field. Oh wow! So it was like that. It was a. Do you know? Sometimes that's the best way to do it. Just confront it and just deal with it.
Yeah, it's also quite. Do you know what I mean? Because I remember. So I had a friend at school, and her sister used to fight all the time. And then one day they just went to the fields and had a fight. Just these are two sisters, and the one who was in the same class as me, she was the younger one, and her sister I think was like 2 years older or something like that. But her sister was really pretty, and all the boys fancied her and stuff like that. Like, don't get me wrong, my friend was pretty as well, but her sister was like really pretty. And it was just so weird that two sisters needed to go to the field to fight. And then I think her sister beat her up and just left her in the field.
Wow.
Like,
well, Kitten, I tell you something, Kitten Noodle, that takes guts. You've really got to be able to have some guts. And what's interesting, see, where they were supposed to fight, the bully never showed up and never said a word again. But that took guts because the bully could have come, could have been much, much stronger. That is a real brave thing.
How does your mum feel about those times? Do you know what I mean? Like, did she still carry the trauma? Did she get over it? Did she come to terms with it and all of that type of stuff? Because sometimes it does take a long time.
And after the word carry, you can continue to say, "Why do you carry?" And then when you keep saying why, eventually you'll find it. Oh, interesting.
Interesting.
A little bit of coaching there from Kitten Noodles. That is interesting. Thank you, Kitten Noodles. So, actual fact, that's a good tip for everybody. If there's something heavy on your mind, you then add the word "why" to it. And then why do you feel that way? And then, so I suppose you would do that on a negative. So if it was a negative thing about you, how would you describe yourself in one word? Then you would say, question yourself, why? A friend of mine's a social worker, and she said, if you ever feel down, write 5 words that best describe you, 5. And then you take that piece of paper and you put it in an envelope and you hide it for 3 months. Don't open it, don't look at it, don't think. And then after a few months, when you feel better about yourself, read those words. So familiar yourself with the word. So just reopen that envelope, and then you will see how you felt with at the time.
Interesting. I don't even know because like carry, but in my mind I'm thinking another word for carry, like load and heavy and foggy and all of that type of stuff.
Ginu said, "Oh, it's my parents' friend, not my mum." But the woman said that she just can't stand the song now. She's got thick skin, so doesn't really care anymore. But also because the bully had never done anything, she doesn't want on. That's, do you know what? Actual fact, that really is brave to confront your bully like that. And really, because that could have gone anyway.
Yeah.
So you really just think, do you know what? I need to deal with it. But you put the line in the sand, and then that was.
And the thing is, you have this pressure because you don't want to appear the coward as well. So you just turn up and you like there was one girl, and I didn't even know who she was, and she was a couple of years younger than me. I'm just trying to remember her name. I think it began with an F, I think. And a couple of girls came to me and said, "Oh yeah, blah 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 wants to fight you." Who is it and why? And like, so I knew of the girl, and I was just like, but why does she want? Oh, you looked at her funny. When was that? Do you know what I mean? It was the wildest thing. It never materialized, but it was just. And then there was another girl. So, and I do remember this girl's name, Deborah. Her name was. And again, I think she was like a year or 2 older than me. And I went to school. Did we go to the same primary school? I can't remember. Anyway, I went to primary school with this girl, and this one girl, she was really quite scary. And I knew why, but I found out a lot later why. But she was quite scary. She was always angry all the time and all of this. And one of the girls, Deborah, she goes, "Oh yeah, what do you think of so and so?" And I was like, "Yeah, she's all right, you know." Anyway, she went up to the girl and she I don't know what she whispered, but the girl started chasing me. She goes, "I'm gonna get you, I'm gonna get you after school tomorrow," and all of this. And I was just so shocked. But that's sometimes how people behave. They like to wind up the other person that's full of anger and all of that. And I knew, but only after I left school, why she was so angry. Obviously, it was something to do with at home, and I felt I understood a lot more and felt a lot more sorry for her. But yeah,
It is difficult. I suppose that's something you've always got to think about. Is that could be, you don't know what's affecting their personal life.
you don't. But as a kid, you're not expected to think in those terms.
No, you wouldn't know.
Yeah.
So Karina said back in the day, kids fought with punches. Nowadays, guns are involved. That's sad.
Knives,
That's really sad.
Knives are involved, and well, in
She's
the
talking
UK,
US,
yeah, in the UK it'd be knives, but yeah.
Jensen said after lunch at school we play a game called Connections and Wordle. I know Wordle.
I know Wordle.
Oh, Connections I've heard of actually. No, I have heard of Connections. Okay, take care, Jensen. We will hopefully see you on the MK Vacation tomorrow.
Bye, Jensen. Yeah, hopefully see you on MK
Kid
Vacation.
Noodle said, or feeling by emotion. What feelings is it? The word carry doesn't lead to anything. Mark, were you the tallest out of everyone? At school, no. Actual fact, we were the land of the giants at school. So I came from the West Country where everybody's tall.
I think you said that year was tall.
My year was all tall. I was about average size. I'm 6'2". People were 6'2". The tallest in school was Ian. He was 6'5". But yeah.
He was very tall when I met him.
Yeah. Ian's 6'5". He was in my year. He was the tallest in our year. Kim Newell said, "Mine is a bit delayed, but haha, thank you. Instead of coaching, I'll call it spiritual guidance." Spiritual guidance indeed. And we have a banned word list for our safety. Okay. Right. So guys, we've gone past 8 o'clock, so we will leave the live there.
We will.
But thank you so much for joining us. I really did had a really good chat with you again. Sorry we didn't have any food today, but we just enjoyed chatting with you.
Yeah,
Actually,
we do.
Always great speaking to you. Now, as Kelly said, tomorrow on MK Vegas or on our other channel, we will have day 2 of our holiday up and running.
Day 2.
So we will have that up and running. Jensen said our class at school. All right, take care. Nice speaking to you guys too. Lots of love to you all. And like I said, this is always a safe space to remember. So
of course,
whatever we discuss here is off between everyone. I know it's on the internet. I know anyone can hear, but it's always good to.
It's good to talk.
It's always good to talk.
It's always good to talk. I am gonna try and do the next upload, but I may be looking for a new software. Because I want a software. I need to do a little bit of research to see the best software that can handle 4K that's not going to charge some extortionate price.
Oh yes. Oh, you reminded me actually. We haven't done Subway cookies. Right, that is on our list as well. We'll see which one we could do first.
No, we did Subway cookies with the Subway.
No, I think Kit Noodles wants a whole plethora.
Oh,
not just 1 or 2.
Sorry, apologies.
So anyway, and there is a Subway not a million miles away.
There is,
so,
yeah.
So we could potentially do that. So guys, like I say, thank you so much for joining us on the live. Lots of love from Kelly and I. Please do look after yourselves. Please do stay safe. We will hopefully potentially see some of you guys tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of the week. You stay healthy and safe. Chocolate chunk cookies, is it? All right, okay. I guess this is somebody's favourite. So that's it for Mark and Kelly's trips, tips, and things for today. But we will be back Friday, 6:30 UK time, and we will hopefully see you guys then.
I may not be around on Tuesday, just to let you know.
But we will confirm that on Friday. Until then, guys, look after yourselves. Do take care, and we will hopefully see you on Friday. And don't forget,
melt my cheese.
You know it. Right. We will see you on Friday. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye for now.